Hello, welcome to my channel, A Blessed Budget. And if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you're notified that I am budgeting. Before I get started, if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back to budget with me and support me during this financial journey as I navigate through how to make my money stretch through the month. And to all of my viewers, I hope after this video you will consider subscribing. Thank you all so much for joining me today in this budget with me. And in today's video, as you all can tell by that title, we are going to be setting up for November. November is here already. So we have our calendar spread right here, and I do have my bills listed. I do have my son's minimum days listed. I have stickers listed and things like that. So we are going to go ahead and get started. We do have Veterans Day on the 11th anniversary. On the 6th, we do fall back an hour for November. Our time is going back on Sunday. Other than that, I have nothing else really too much going on. I don't know what I have planned for this day, so I am probably going to I'm gonna have to come cash flow this holiday because I did not save. As you guys know, I don't save. I don't have enough money to save for certain things, so I try to save for what is necessary, and that's like emergencies. That's necessary. My car maintenance is necessary. I have to get around. So holidays, if I can't afford them, I can't afford them. So it is what it is right now. Okay, so we don't have much else going on. I do have to fill out my goals for this month and my to-do list right here, and I will do that later. I just have to go ahead and look and see what I have to do and when it's due. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and flip to our next page. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and get started with our November paycheck budget tracker. Oh my goodness, December is next month, you guys. The end of the year is here. And I do have my new budget by paycheck workbook. I did order the printable version and I did print that out. And I did, put it in a Happy Planner. I did buy disc and a cover from Happy Planner. This video is not sponsored, but yeah. And I went ahead and printed out all of the pages that I needed. And that's the reason why I bought the printable version, is because I don't use the cash envelopes. So I don't need that part. And I don't use the meal prep page either. So I don't need that page as well. So I am going to give you guys a video on how I set up my paycheck budget tracker, so you guys stay tuned for that video. That video will probably be coming out at the end of November. So we are going to go ahead and get started with this budget. So this paycheck date runs from let me see, 11/1 through 11/4. And I know that's only a couple of days, but that is like the first week for me. And then it cuts off on Saturday, then Sunday starts a whole new week. So I like to start my weeks on Sunday and end them on Saturday. That's just what works best for me. Okay, so what I am going to do is go ahead and get started with our income section. So for income, I am budgeting rollover number 1 to roll over, and that I am budgeting $122.98. For rollover number 2, I am budgeting $94.34. For source number 1, I am budgeting $271. And for source number 2, I am budgeting $740. Okay, so these are all the sources and rollovers and everything that I do expect to receive. So we are going to go ahead and add up our income. So we have
Talking the things that you say, where they make you feel alright. And I catch a vibe anytime that I look in your face.
okay, so I expect to receive an income total this week of $1,228.32. I am writing on my stickers, so I do have to be careful because they are bumpy and it's making my writing ugly. Okay, so for the bills this week, we have rent due on the 1st. We have life insurance that is due on the 1st. I have YouTube TV, and that's also due on the 1st. We do have the water, and that's due on the 1st because it is pending in my account. I believe it cleared yesterday or today, so I'm just going to count it as the 1st of November because it is for this month. It's just coming out early. And then the next bill we have, I'm not for sure if we have this bill, but I am going to list it because last month they took it out around this time on the 3rd. So I am going to budget for that. And if they don't take it out this week, then I know it's going to come out within the next 2 weeks. Okay, so for rent, I am budgeting $0. Life insurance, I am budgeting $31.31. YouTube TV, I am budgeting $72.99. Water, I am budgeting $6.99. And this water is the Sparklet water. I am renting a cooler from Sparklet and it's only $6.99, and I do refill up my water, my 5-gallon water bottles, and bring them to the house myself. And for Apple Care, this Apple Care is for my iPhone, and that is $13.49. Okay, so these are all the bills that we have for this week. Not the whole month, but just for this week. So we're going to go ahead and add that up.
Will I see you at the show tonight? Hey, drop to the plane to.
Okay, so I do get a bill total of $124.78. Okay, so when I take my $1,228.32 and I subtract $124.78, that gives us a leftover of $1,103.54. So I am going to go ahead and bring this down here to our envelopes. That's $1,103.54. Of course, we have gas, and I am budgeting $60. And that's all I am budgeting for because I'm not for sure how this is going to play out yet. So I'm just going to keep it on the safe side and just budget for one envelope. And of course, if I need anything else, well, you know what? I am going to budget for school. And that is $6. You know what? I'm not going to budget for food out. I'm not even going to play with myself. So I'm going to budget $10 for that. And hopefully I don't use it. I don't want to use it. I really don't want to use this at all. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and add up all of our envelopes. So we have 60 plus 6 plus... Okay, so we get a envelope total of $76. Okay, I think my handwriting is a little better with this pen too instead of the erasable pens, because erasable pens seem to skip. So I'll be nervous when I write, but with this is a S gel Sharpie pen, so it's pretty cool. I might purchase more I shouldn't say that, but yeah. Okay, so we have $1,103.54. We are going to subtract $76. That gives us a leftover of $1,027.54. What I am going to do is go ahead and bring that over here to the extra debt because I forgot to add Discover. And Discover, I think the balance, I think it's $43 and some change. I am going to take a look real quick and see. That is $43.37. So we have $1,027.54. I am going to subtract the $43.37. That leaves us with $984.17. So we have rollover number 1 and rollover number 2. I am going to go ahead and get those balances, and I will be back. Okay. So we did have a rollover for number 1 at $362.67. And for rollover number 2, we had $621.50. So for all together, our savings total is $984.17 with a 0 left over. This is the money that we are taking with us next week to week 2 to help us pay for bills and variable expenses. Come back at the end of this week to figure out what we actually received and what we actually spent. So I want to thank you all so much for budgeting with me today, and I really do appreciate you all stopping by, liking, commenting, sharing the videos. I really do appreciate it. And until next time, you all take care. Bye-bye.